How many times have you been in a room with 3 to 5 smelly, sweaty people trying to make music in a band? You find 2 years have passed you by, and you've got nothing to show for it other than you've forgotten all the riffs. Yeah, me too. I can't tell you how many times I've had like a girlfriend, i.e. you start a band or you join a band. Hey, this one's gonna be the one. We're gonna tour. We're gonna open for Megadeth and Metallica. Maybe we'll get on the radio. You know, my boy knows someone. All those things. You have these delusions of grandeur and you think, hey, you could be a big girl in this giant city. Except for the fact that music has been completely unrewarding for so long. I mean, literally financially unrewarding to the point where there are so many bands that have canceled tours because they can't afford the gas, or things have tripled in price because of inflation. So what's the point if like no one wants to come see you, you're begging people to come see your show, you're playing for the other bands and you have to buy tickets now, and literally if you ask someone and they want to go to a show, it's like, hey, can I take my finger and put it in your ear? I remember in the late 90s, early 2000s, no one had anything better to do. No one. They were literally like, you could be at home watching the Friday night movie, hoping it's good on Fox, looking in your TV guide. Oh, I don't know if I've seen Back to the Future 2. Or you could be at Jared's place or the Middle East, checking out whatever band du jour. And that's the thing, it's like it didn't matter. Like it wasn't the fact like you had to get people down to the shows. People were at the shows because they wanted to see music. They were at venues because they knew that like venues had music. They weren't distracted by smartphones. It wasn't like, hey man, have you caught The Outsiders on HBO Max? Is that what it is now? Is it Max? Is it Showtime? Is it, I don't know. They changed the widget and I'm confused. There were way less distractions and people valued music. You could actually play your set being an unknown band, and at the end of your show, if you like put on a good show, because I mean, you still had to earn it, people would go and they'd file up and they'd give you $10, $15 for your CD and say thank you. And then there came a point where you started burning your CDs and you'd give them the CD single hoping that they would go buy the full CD, and then you'd go at the end of the show and you'd see records that you had gone to Staples and put this CD stamps and things on that you paid a bunch of money and took a bunch of time to do, and they were in the garbage because people don't care. They don't care because music has just been slowly beat down to something that's unrewarding financially. When I started playing in all these different bands, and that's the thing, is I've been in rap bands and I've been in rock bands and I've been in metal bands and I've been in pop bands, and it's all over the spectrum. But just so you know, I'm about to release some new music with Lost Symphony. My last song being Take Another Piece, featuring Alex Skolnick, Nuno Betancourt, Richard Shaw, and the mighty Marty Friedman. And by the way, that project doesn't play live because there's no way that that's, like, no one's gonna pay for that. Like, how do we even make that work? We can't make it work. That band is like the moon landing. It's just, you know, on a green screen. And hey, Marty, send me your guitar tracks from Japan, Nuno. Fire it off to me from wherever you are in the Hollywood Hills, and just get it to me so I can cobble it together in Boston with Cory. Unlike being in a room with a bunch of smelly people. And I say smelly myself, like not throwing, like, you know, when you're playing in a band, you just got that perspiration from getting off the Office Max shift, and you're like, oh, I just want to play my Fender Strat through my boogie amp, and you know, you're excited. Like you have that zest for life because you realize something that I realized a long time ago, that more than playing in front of people, the more than having people even listen to my music, I love creating. I love composing. I love coming up with ideas, and then I built a recording studio, much of which you've seen on this channel, where I can hear a thought in the morning and then bring it to life through the keyboards and the drums and the microphones and all of that. And for me, that's the most freeing thing. Eddie Van Halen and Prince, who all they did was record. But did they release any of it? No. They just made that music for them. They were just excited that day to put their magic to tape, and that, hey, maybe one day I'll do something with it. In this case with Eddie, maybe one day Alex will do something with it. Please, Mr. Van Halen, we want to hear it. But what drove them is the same thing that drives me. I love to create. I love making music. I love hearing how good I can get the tone of the guitar. It's just an exciting feeling. the thing that I'm guilty of is I spend all this time with bands, making music, doing all these things, but never releasing it. So much stuff. So I was going through my hard drive the other night. I have so much crap that I put so much time and effort into just to be like, eh. And I shared a video on my personal Facebook because that's where it's posted, because I never cared that much, of my band Benny and the Jets. And all these people were like, oh, wow, that's really good, and blah, blah, blah. This is 5 years later. So I decided I'm gonna practice what I preach. Instead of just being in a room with a bunch of people, just hoping to play that show, working so hard just to forget all the risks because you hate each other, record it, make a video, make an endless testament, so that one day, even if you don't know those people anymore, maybe somebody passes away, you still have these recordings. It's like, you know, you take a photograph and it's a little piece of your soul. That's how I feel about recording. Every single moment, even when I do these things, it's like a moment captured in time. I'll go back and I'll watch them and I'll be like, holy crap. So today, I'm gonna put myself out there. I know there's tons of trolls. I know there's people like, oh, this guy can even play. This was the last band I was in that I actually tried, called Benny and the Jets. Why is it called Benny and the Jets? Well, because my name's Benny Goodman and everyone's like, you must be in a band. You look like a guy that could be in a band. Me? You must be in Benny! Benny and the Jets! So finally, after being in like 374 bands, I'm like, maybe if I call myself Benny and the Jets, it'll be a good marketing decision. Oh, you're in a band? What are you in, Benny and the Jets? I could be like, dude, you've heard of us. So it's called Benny and the Jets. Not gonna stick around. And before that, I'm gonna show you a promo featuring some of my friends that you may recognize from a time when I actually tried. Are we going? Is it going? Is it recording?
You have to turn it on.
All right, so I'm here with my friends in Steel Panther.
Oh, look.
Hey, man.
Oh, these guys.
Look at these guys.
We wanted you guys to come out to our show.
This is...
Don't go. It's going to be horrible.
No, you should go. It's going to be great.
Oh, no, it's going to be great.
That's, what's your name? Tim Starr.
February 1st.
When is your
see
show?
Benny.
February 1st.
Go
February 1st.
see Benny.
At the Middle East.
If you're not
Benny and
there,
the Jets.
if you're not there, you're a fucking dick.
You see me drowning, I've been screaming, can't you think of somebody else? I've been trying to share these feelings if you look beyond yourself.
Alright. Go ahead.
Okay, so these get, hold on. So where are you playing?
I don't know. Where are we playing, Eric?
It's the Middle East show, right?
The Middle East in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Thanks for asking.
Should I promote that show?
You should promote that.
Middle East show in Cambridge,
Yeah,
Massachusetts.
can you tell them?
So this is
Is
Benny.
he mad at me?
And he's one of the Jets. And they're book Benny and the Jets.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Show's coming up in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Yes.
February 1st.
It's the Friday night, and you're playing a show tonight. Where are we right now?
I have no idea. Are we in Zimbabwe?
Zimbabwe or something.
No idea.
But I don't know if you know the band.
This is
Hold on.
about you, man.
No, I know what it is, but
This is
some
about
people
you.
know who's helping us promote. This is our friend from Stone Temple Pilots. So thank you so much. And
Right
you
on.
have an awesome show, and come see our show. It'll hopefully be awesome.
Okay, guys, sorry, I gotta go. Okay?
Why don't you smash that subscribe button already?